Okay, good afternoon, Jairo.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Today we are going to study the session 4. This is the unit 5, crossing cultures. We have here noun phrases containing relative clauses. Noun phrases containing relative clauses. As you can see, this is a rule in grammar focus. Here is a rule. One thing that I really miss is my mom's cooking. My mom's cooking is one thing that I really miss. As you can observe, in the first sentence, the expression, one thing that I really miss is at the beginning of the grammar structure. And in the next one, on the right, is at the end. This is a phrase that containing relative clauses. Relative clauses is, as you can see, as you can observe, one thing that I really miss. This is the relative clauses at the beginning of the sentence. In the other part of the sentence, on the right, we have my mom's cooking is and continues with relative clauses. Can you understand this, Jairo?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, we are going to continue. So, something that I'd be nervous about is communicating in a new language. This is at the beginning, the relative clauses. This is in bold, negrita, in bold. In the next expression on the right, communicating is a new language is something that I'd be nervous about. The idea is that can you identify the position of the relative clauses? On the left, you can observe that we start with a relative clauses, but on the right, we start or we finish with a relative clauses.
Teacher, disculpe un segundito, disculpe.
Okay.
Aló. Ya está el reporte de certificado de calidad y certificado de fumigación en la oficina, ¿viste? Para traer. Así es. Nos vemos. Listo, teacher.
Okay, two people who or that I call every week are my parents. And on the right is my parents are two people who or that I call every week. In this case, in this sentence, you can observe here who or that. Who or that is allowed in this kind of sentence because means that we are referring to a people or to a person, excuse me. So in this case, who is the person or the two people, or maybe that is referring to the two people. My parents are two people. We are referring to person, in this case, to people. Two people who or that I call every week. Here you have more explanation. Grammar explanation is noun phrases containing relative clauses. Relative clauses. What are relative clauses? A relative clauses is a subordinate clause that modifies a noun or a noun phrase. Example. The man who is smoking is the murderer. The noun the man is modified by the relative clause who is smoking. The man is modified. Who is smoking is the relative clauses. Relative clauses give essential information to define or identify the person or things we are talking about. How to use relative clauses? They are used to provide extra information. This information can either define something or defining clauses. Example, the girl who is standing there is a world champion in karate. Example, Michael Jackson, who was a famous singer, died of an overdose. That was something sorrowful. relative clause can be introduced by a relative pronouns, who, whom, which, that, or whose. You can use any of them in order to form a good grammar structure with using relative clauses. Example, the man who is standing there is a famous writer. Can you understand this expression, Jairo?
Sí, el hombre que es un escritor famoso. El hombre que está parado ahí es un escritor famoso, dice
El
ahí. Si
hombre,
no me equivoco.
quien está parado o está así de pie allí, es un escritor
Es un
famoso.
escritor famoso.
Lo que quiero que entendas es que el relative pronoun who, whom, which, or that, or whose es para formar precisamente el relative clause. ¿Ok?
Teacher.
Ok. Relative adverb where, why, and when. Example, the restaurant where I have dinner is nice. None of them. None of them. This is another grammar structure. We have here example. The man I met is extremely wealthy. El hombre que conocí es extremadamente rico. Ah,
Sí.
okay. Let's continue with relative pronoun uses. Relative pronoun uses. Okay, we have here. Who is the subject or object pronoun for peoples. They caught the lady who killed her baby. Which is a subject or object pronoun. I read the book which is on the table. I visit the town which you told me about, which is referring to a whole sentence. To a whole sentence. They were unsuccessful, which is disappointing. Whom used for object pronoun for people, especially in non-restricted relative clause. In restricted relative clause, use who. The boy whom you told me about got the best grade in mathematics. Can you understand this expression, Jairo?
De who,
The boy whom you told me about got the best grade in mathematics. ¿Le
relativamente.
entendés? A ese relative. El
eh,
chico de quien
el
me hablaste,
chico.
de quien me contaste o me hablaste,
Eso especialmente no
consiguió
sé qué
las
significa.
mejores notas en matemáticas. ¿Ya? Consiguió las mejores notas en matemáticas. U obtuvo, ¿verdad? U obtuvo. That is a subject or object pronoun for people, animals, and things in restricted relative clauses. Who or which are also possible. I like the vase that is over there. I like the vase that is over there. We are referring to an object that is a little bit far from me. This is the purpose. I am referring to a thing that is a little bit far, un poquito lejos, okay? Okay, you have here a practice exercise, and we continue with reading culture shock. Can you read here, Jairo? Culture shock?
Okay, teacher. Uh, people often refer to the place as the sleepy city, but I didn't on Amsterdam. Why? Why until I go to Chicago? I was window shopping while another student this evening. Suddenly, the story war owners started started pulling down there,
Yeah.
gates and looking
Mm-hmm.
their doors. Soon,
The Wall Street.
soon the Wall Street was closed, and it wasn't even
Was
dark yet.
okay.
I never seen this in Taiwan. Back home, the busy street. Stay awake all night. You can go out to restaurant, store, and movies even long after night.
After
Mid,
midnight. After
midnight.
midnight. Okay, continue with September 5.
Uh, After the first week of class, I have I have found some differences between
Taiwanese students
Taiwanese student and American student. Whenever a teacher asks a question, my classmate
okay,
uh, immediately showed all their answer, and some of them interrupt the teacher in Taiwan were usually kept in class so that the teacher can finish on time. We usually ask the teacher question afterward. Afterward, American students seem to leave the room as soon as the class
exactly.
ends.
October 6. October 6.
I met an interesting,
Interesting girl.
interesting girl
Okay.
at, at an internet coffee today.
Café. No, se lee normal. At internet cafe.
Cafe today.
Today,
Today.
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 Okay.
I was writing
Writing an email.
an email to my mother, and she
Ask me.
asked me asked me what the language I was using. We end up talking for about an hour. People in Chicago seem very comfortable,
No, comfortable.
comf, com,
Comfortable.
comfortable
Yeah.
with, with
With
each
with each other.
with each other. It's very natural for two people to start talking. And cafe, this is something that doesn't happen. And
This
Taipei,
something this is something that doesn't happen in Taipei.
in Taipei.
Okay.
At home, I have
Just
never
start. I never just start chatting.
chatting
That's
with stronger.
okay.
Stronger, I like that it's easy to meet new people here. No veo,
Okay.
sí.
To meet new people here.
Here.
Okay. Okay. And here we say Pete Ken Lin, a student from Taipei, Taiwan, is studying in Chicago. The following entries are taken from her blog during her first 3 months in the United States. Yeah, this is the culture shock. The culture shock because in Taipei, a student react in a different way than American student. This girl is talking about this topic, okay? She is comparing how the students perform in an environment, in an American environment, and she maybe compare the culture, the American culture with Taiwanese culture, okay? This is the purpose.
Yes.
Okay, Jairo? Okay.
Okay.
You will have the opportunity to watch this video and in class activity different custom. Different custom we are going to watch right now is, okay, here we have. Different custom. What custom do you have in your native culture that are similar or different to the ones below? Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Canada, if you are invited for a meal, you should arrive on time, not early or late. What is happening in Nicaragua? In Canada, people go on time. If you invite to 6 o'clock, you need to be
Yes.
you need to be on sharp. You need to be on time. But what happened in Nicaragua? In Nicaragua, you invite to a party, maybe at 6 o'clock, and people is coming in what time? Maybe
6, no, 7 o'clock.
7 or maybe 8.
Sí.
And this is something impolite. This is something impolite, no es educado.
Yes.
It's irrespectful for some people. And even in North American, they are customary to take to the to a house who has been invited, maybe a bottle of wine, maybe a present or a gift that you have to give in order to present respect or consideration to that people who invite you.
Yes.
This is something very normal in the United States, but here in Nicaragua, it's not so
No.
useful. In Indonesia, never point to anything with your food.
Mm, no.
Nunca dice señales
Nunca señales
con tu pie.
con el pie, lo raro, no sé por qué ese pie.
Sí, con tu pie, pero no es correcto, ¿verdad? In
Yeah.
Thailand, never touch anyone, especially
Mm,
a child on the
children.
head. A child.
Child.
Child, cuando nos referimos a un solo niño, y children, cuando nos referimos
Niños.
a varios niños, ¿ok?
Sí, o sea, se refiere a que nunca toquen a niños, pues, en la
No toques
cabeza.
a niños, ¿verdad? En la cabeza. Brasil, open any gift in front of the person who gave it to you.
Do you?
Yeah,
Ah,
this is
sí,
something normal.
sí, sometimes.
Because you need to show affect for something that you receive from other people in Brazil, obviously.
Yeah.
South Korea, always use both hands to pass something to an older person. You need to be careful with this situation because maybe you are showing something formal or maybe respect to other people who
Respect.
are older, okay?
Yes.
Okay, in Egypt, don't eat anything with your left hand. Ahí se meten a problemas las personas que son zurdas. ¿Verdad?
Sí. Yes.
Maybe left-handed people will have a little bit problem because if I cannot eat with my right hand, obviously I need to eat with my left hand. You know this? This is something difficult. Okay, let's
Yeah.
move to French. When eating out, keep both hands on or above the table. When eating out, keep both hands on or above the table. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something that happened here in Nicaragua. We put the hands on the table.
Sí. Yes.
Some people think that this is something unpolite also. Yeah. In Nigeria, when you meet people, don't call them by their first name. When you meet people, don't call them by their first name until they say you can. Okay?
Yes.
The first name, maybe they don't like, some people don't like being called with the first name. No, I don't like. For example, yesterday I was with a group attending a substitution, and the girl was called Maria Rebecca. But I told her, okay, Rebecca, can you participate on the board? No, Rebecca, I don't like that name. Please call me Mary.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, but it's the second name.
Yeah, yes.
It's
They are very respectful.
Yeah, some people doesn't like or don't like to be called by the first name or the second name. Okay, I'm going to respect them. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let's move to practice exercise. This is an evaluative exercise. And also let's move to past participle used when describing problem. Okay, let's display this. I don't have my glass and I couldn't, I cannot watch, but okay. This grammar practice uses past participle in terms of adjectives with verbs and now describing problems. When you are describing problem grammatically, you can use past participle as an adjective to state what the problem is. For example, the computer is broken. This is past participle because break is the present, broke is the past, and broken is the past participle. Have you studied past participle or what can I say? The irregular verbs. ¿Has estudiado verbos irregulares?
Poco, poco.
Poco, sí.
También lo he estudiado, pero no me acuerdo muy bien. Pero sí,
I
lo he estudiado.
I recommend you that try to study at least five irregular verbs every day in order to learn by heart the different grammar structure or the different sentences that you can organize when you are doing something or that you can organize a good grammar sentence. Her dress is stained. The stove is damaged. Problems can also be described with noun. For example, it has a hole in it. It has a stain on it, and there is some damage to it. Here we have a structure. Be plus past participle. The umbrella is stained. The CD boxes are scratches. This is, you have to understand or learn by her, Jairo, that we have to use the structure, the verb be plus past participle in order to form a good grammar sentence in this case. Here we have describing problems 1. This is the grammar focus. Okay, here we have grammar focus describing problems 1.
Luego no hay.
Okay. Here we have with past participle as an adjective. And we have on the right with noun. The jacket lining, I can observe this. Can you help me there? Lining? Yeah, lining. The jacket lining is torn. On the right is, it has a tear in it. There is a hole in it. Yeah. This is a different context, but means the same. Lining and a tear or a hole. Okay. Can you understand this expression?
Yes.
Está rota o tiene un hoyo, algo así, ¿verdad?
Un agujero, sí.
Sí, un agujero. Okay. The tabletop is damaged. Okay, and on the right is, there is some damage on the top. Okay. The base is chipped and there is a chip in it. Okay. My pants are stained. They have a stain on them. The next one. Her sunglasses are a little scratched. There are a few scratches on them. And the last one is, the thing is leaking. It has a leak. And this is something, okay, this is a video. The last one is an exercise, an evaluating exercise. Sorry, it's an exercise that you will have the opportunity to do it by yourself. I have already corrected your exercises in the platform, Jairo. and I know that you have been doing the exercises, and I am happy with that. I know that you have an engagement with your preparation, and I would like that you finish this course with a good grades, okay? And for this reason, I recommend you that you go to the platform and try to do the best that you have in order to prepare your exam, prepare for your exam in the last session, okay? Because it's session number 7. So the idea is that, that you prepare, okay? And try to do the exercises on time because the platform close very early, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. Don't go right now, but I need to cut here.